and welcome back to Friday Reads, where we help you find your next read. I'm Jill.
And I'm Julie, and we have a very special guest today. We have local author Leah Dobrinska here with us, because we are talking cozy mysteries today. And in case you hadn't heard, Kimberly Public Library is doing Leah's book launch on Tuesday night. Take a look at Jill's poster. Death Checked Out is coming out December 6th, and we're doing the book launch party here at the library, right here in the library at 6 o'clock. So we're thrilled to have Leah joining us today, and I'm going to have Leah share her first pick with you.
Awesome. So today we're talking all about cozy mysteries. My first pick is Books Can Be Deceiving by Jen McKinley. From the New York Times best-selling author of The Cupcake Bakery Mysteries comes the start of a series about a library where the mysteries refuse to stay in the fiction section. Lindsay Norris is just getting into her groove as the director of the Briar Creek Public Library when a vacationing editor brings a little buzz to the small town. It's the perfect chance for her friend Beth to sell the children's book she's written. Unfortunately, Beth's boyfriend, Rick, a famous author and local celebrity, tries to stop her. When Lindsay and Beth meet the editor, they uncover the real reason for Rick's bad attitude. They go to confront Rick at his house on the storied and mysterious Thumb Islands, only to find him murdered. The local chief of police likes Beth for the murder and isn't interested in looking elsewhere. Now Lindsay has to act fast before they throw the book at the wrong person. One of my favorites.
And I typically listen to cozy mysteries as I'm driving back and forth to work, and this was one of my favorite ones to listen to on Hoopla, mostly because of the Irish brogues. So I picked Murder in an Irish Village. I've been lucky enough to go to Ireland once, so this was really a fun one for me. So this is by Carleen O'Connor, and it was published back in 2016. It's a little slice of heaven on the Emerald Isle. In the small village of Kilbane, County Cork, Ireland, Natalie's Bistro has always been a warm and welcoming spot to visit with neighbors, enjoy some brown bread and tea, and get the local gossip, of course. Nowadays, 22-year-old Siobhan Sullivan runs the family bistro named for her mother, along with her 5 siblings, after the death of their parents in a car crash almost a year earlier. It's been a rough year for the O'Sullivans, but it's about to get rougher. One morning, as they're opening the bistro, they discover a man seated at a table, dressed in a suit as if for his own funeral, with a pair of hot pink barber scissors protruding from his chest. Ooh. With the local gardeners suspecting the O'Sullivan family and their business in danger of being shunned, murder typically tends to spoil the appetite. It's up to feisty red-headed Siobhan to solve the crime and save her beloved brood. It's the first book in the Irish Village Mystery Series, which has 8 primary works and 10 total. So, like I said, this was a fun one to listen to with the Irish brogue.
That's awesome.
I love the inventive murders that happen.
You never quite know.
This one is Murder by the Book by Lauren Elliott. Addie Grayborn left some painful memories behind in the big city, including the unsolved murder of her fiancé and her father's fatal car accident. After an unexpected inheritance from a great aunt, she's moved to a small England town founded by her ancestors back in colonial times, and living in a spacious Grayborn manor on a hilltop overlooking the harbor. Best of all, her aunt also left her countless first editions and other treasures, providing an inventory to start her own store. But there's trouble from day one, and not just from grumpy woman who runs the bakery next door. A car nearly runs Addie down, someone steals a copy of Alice in Wonderland, then Addie's friend Serena, who owns a nearby tea shop, is arrested for killing another local merchant. The police seem pretty sure they've got the story in hand, but Addie's not going to let them close to the book on this case without a fight. So, Murder by the Book.
Awesome. Okay, my next pick is a seasonal read. This is A Christmas Candy Killing by Christina Romrell. Christina is a friend. This is her debut novel. I just read it. It is fantastic. So, their chocolates are to die for, but things aren't so sweet when a real killer comes to town in this debut mystery, perfect for fans of Joanne Fluke and Laura Childs. Identical twin sisters Alex and Hannah are the owners of Murder and Mayhem, a mystery bookshop that sells their famous poison-themed killer chocolates. But now there's a real killer in their midst. Shortly before Christmas, their septuagenarian neighbor Jane confides to Alex that a murderer from a true crime show has taken up residence in the village. Unfortunately, she's also shared her suspicions with town gossip Netta. The next morning, Alex shows up at Jane's house to watch the show, but instead discovers Jane's body with a box of killer chocolates nearby. The sheriff quickly zeroes in on 2 suspects, Alex, a beneficiary in Jane's will, and Zach, a handyman who was seen leaving the crime scene. But Alex maintains her innocence and sets out to draft a list of other potential suspects, townsfolk who'd recently been seen arguing with Jane. When Alex gets a hold of Jane's journal, she begins to understand the truth, but a bearer of ill tidings is arriving early this year, and Alex just might not make it to Christmas.
Ooh.
A really good one for this time of year. Yes, I really enjoyed it.
I'm hoping to read that one before Christmas.
Yes, so good.
My second pick is Killer Chardonnay by Kate Lansing. I'm actually currently listening to the sequel to this as I was driving to work this morning, Appearing to Die For. But this is about a young winery owner who won't let one sour grape ruin the bunch in the first installment of this exciting cozy mystery series. I was rooting for Parker Valentine in this one. Yes. She's always dreamed of opening her own winery in her hometown of Boulder, Colorado. But she gets more than she bargained for when a food and wine critic unexpectedly shows up at Vino Valentine on opening day. A negative review could be fatal for her business, and not only does he seem to hate her Chardonnay, he collapses and dies shortly after drinking it. Not good for your opening. So although Parker hoped that the attendees would put a cork in it, soon her winery is at the center of a social media firestorm. With hashtag Killer Chardonnay trending online, Parker's business is in danger of closing, and she has no choice but to investigate the murder herself. To restore her reputation, catch a killer, and keep her struggling business open, Parker needs only one thing: some good proof. So, again, this is the first book in the Colorado Wine Mystery Series. Really like this one. Like I said, currently listening to the sequel, Appearing to Die For. The winery is still open. I'll give you one spoiler.
There you go. Awesome. Do you want me to go next?
Yes.
All right. My next pick is Buried in a Good Book by Tamara Berry. This is the first book in the By the Book Mysteries. The second book just came out, and this one is super fun. Put your sleuthing hat on. Buried in a Good Book features a thriller writer who knows way more than anyone should about death and dismemberment, her young daughter who's more intrigued by dead bodies than she probably should be, an isolated cabin in the woods that's probably, definitely, hiding something, and the tiny mountain town that seems less than troubled by a sudden abundance of murders. Best-selling thriller writer Tess Harrow is almost at the end of her rope when she arrives with her teenage daughter at her grandfather's rustic cabin in the woods. She hopes this will be a time for them to heal and bond after Tess's recent divorce, but they've barely made it through the door when an explosion shakes the cabin. Suddenly, it's raining fish guts, and is that a human arm? Tess was hardly convincing Gertie that a summer without Wi-Fi and running water would be an adventure. Now she's thrust into a murder investigation. Neighbors are saying they've spotted Bigfoot in the woods near her cabin, and the local sheriff is the spitting image of her character, Detective Gabriel Gonzalez, something he's less than thrilled about. With so much more than her daughter's summer plans at stake, it's up to Tess to solve this case before anyone else gets hurt. Like I said, this one is super fun. I listened to it on the Hoopla app, and the narrator is fantastic, and it is just a riot. A ton of fun, yeah.
Taking a teenager into the woods in a cabin.
Yes, I know.
That's a brave mom.
Right?
So this is the first one in the Kebab Kitchen mystery. It's called Hummus and Homicide by Tina Kashian. When Lucy Barbarian quits her Philadelphia law firm and heads home to Ocean Crest, she knows what she's getting. The scent of funnel cake, the sight of wooden roller coaster, and the taste of her family's Mediterranean restaurant. But murder wasn't on the menu. Things are slow in the off-season in this Jersey Shore town, but Lucy doesn't mind. She doesn't even mind waitressing at the Kebab Kitchen. Her parents have put her in a new hummus bar with every flavor from lemon to roasted red pepper. It's fun to see their calico cat again and to catch up with their old BFF who's married to a cop now. She could do without Heather Banks, though. The Gucci-toting ex-cheerleader is still nasty as she was back in high school. And unfortunately, she's taken over as the local health inspector. Just minutes after eating at the Kebab Kitchen, where she's tallied up the whole list of bogus violations, she falls down dead in the street. Word on the grapevine is it's homicide, and Lucy's the number one suspect. So recipes are included.
I knew you'd pick hummus and homicide.
I am a fan of hummus.
That's awesome. All right, my next pick is You Can't Candle the Truth by Sarah E. Burr. Don't you love the punny titles?
We do. Yes.
So this is a paranormal cozy mystery, which is super fun. Candlemaker Hazel Wickberry has a secret. She knows when someone is going to die. Welcome to Crucible, a small town with a storied history. Founded by 5 prestigious families, Crucible has been tucked away in upstate New York for centuries under the protection of a shield enchantment cast by Jedediah Glenmeyer, Hazel's revered ancestor. The enchantment barrier is meant to protect Crucible from anything bad ever happening to the town. No crime, no awful weather, no natural disasters, a haven from the greater world. Until the heir to a billion-dollar company is found dead in his home. With the help of her uncanny power, known as a whim, Hazel realizes foul play is involved. But more than being concerned about a murderer running loose and Jedediah Glenmeyer's protection shield deteriorating, Hazel and her Aunt Poppy are worried the town's kind-hearted art teacher will be charged with the sinister crime. Hazel and Poppy team up with an internationally acclaimed mystery author visiting Crucible to figure out who had it in for the victim. Their fledgling investigation has them questioning if longtime friends have turned into foes and whether blood is really thicker than water. Determined to prove her friend innocent, Hazel is ready to shine a light on the real killer if they don't snuff her out first. So many puns.
Yeah,
That's one of our favorite things.
Yes, this is a great book too. Oh, all these.
Jill and I have included cozies in quite a few of the different genres that we've done, and we always get a kick out of the titles and how clever everyone is.
They're so clever.
My third and last pick is Murder Once Removed. And this is by S.C. Perkins. And this was a little bit different one because this is about ancestry and a genealogist. A lot of them have food themes and library themes, but this was a genealogy theme. So, according to her friends, Lucy Lancaster in Austin, Texas, has never been drunk. Tipsy, but not drunk. No way. So when she arrives back at her office from a 3-martini lunch, a few sheets to the wind, it's a notable occasion. Even more momentous is what her client, Austin billionaire Gus Halloran, has announced on live TV with a tipsy Lucy standing at his side. Texas Senator Caleb Applewhite might be responsible for the murder of Seth Halloran. Of course, Lucy is a genealogist, and the murder in question took place back in 1849. And it's possible that another 19th century Texas politician may in fact have murdered Gus's great-great-grandfather instead. Lucy's determined to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt who the guilty man is, but when her curiosity lands her at the scene of another murder, this time in the present day, she realizes that the branches of some family trees shouldn't be shaken, for they're more twisted and dangerous than she ever thought possible. Listen to this one also. Liked it a lot. I've been to Austin in the Capitol building, so that was kind of fun. There's 2 more books that follow this one in the Ancestry Detective series. So if you're looking for a little different spin on a cozy, this one's about a genealogist.
Yes.
Interesting.
And Lucy is such a fun heroine. She's so funny. All right, my last pick is The Secret Book and Scone Society by Ellery Adams. From New York Times bestselling author Ellery Adams comes the first in an intriguing new series set within a quirky small-town club where the key to happiness, friendship, or solving a murder can all be found within the pages of the right book. Miracle Springs, North Carolina is a place of healing. Strangers flock here hoping the natural hot springs, 5-star cuisine, and renowned spa can cure their ills. If none of that works, they often find their way to Miracle Books, where, over a fresh-baked comfort scone from the Gingerbread House Bakery, they exchange their stories with owner Nora Pennington in return for a carefully chosen book. That's Nora's special talent, prescribing the perfect novel to ease a person's deepest pain and lighten their heaviest burden. When a visiting businessman reaches out to Nora for guidance, she knows exactly which novels will help, but before he can keep their appointment at Miracle Books, he's found dead on the train tracks. Stunned, Nora forms the Secret Book and Scone Society, a group of damaged souls yearning to gain trust and earn redemption by helping others. To join the society, members must divulge their darkest secret, the terrible truth that brought each of them to Miracle Springs in the first place. Determined to uncover the truth behind the businessman's demise, the women meet in Nora's cramped and cozy bookstore to share stories and trade support, and as they untangle a web of corruption, they also discover their own courage, purpose, and a sisterhood that will carry them through every challenge, proving it's never too late to turn the page and start over.
Good pick.
Right.
Good.
Well, we thank you for watching. You know, you can find us on the Kimberly Public Library Facebook page, and Jill puts a link on the Kimberly Library website that links you to YouTube if you would like to watch us on YouTube. And we're very excited for Leah.
Don't forget,
And
next
her
Tuesday.
new book that's coming out, Death Checked Out. You want to give a little synopsis of your new book?
Oh, sure. Put me on the spot. Sure. So, Death Checked Out is my love letter to libraries and librarians, Nancy Drew and the Wisconsin Northwoods. So this is a bookish, cozy mystery that features a librarian amateur sleuth who stumbles upon a body on her way home from work, and she is not only the one who finds the body, but she becomes the prime suspect in the murder. So she sets about doing some off-the-books clue cataloging of her own with the help of her librarian friends and her lawyer mom. And it's just a ton of fun. I set it in a small town based off of a town that my family visited in the Wisconsin Northwoods growing up. So it's a lot of fun. I hope you'll check it out. Yeah.
So Tuesday, December 6th at 6 o'clock, we're going to be celebrating her launch of this book. So right here in the Kimberly Library. So come and check it out.
And we thank Leah for joining us
Thank you
today.
for
We're so
having me.
excited to
It's
have
so
you come
fun.
and chat Cozy Mysteries with us. We know that you love
my
them.
thing,
Like I
yes.
said, I enjoy listening to them because I'm coming back and forth to work. They're a fun one to listen to.
Yes.
So we thank you for watching, and until next time, like,
Bye.
comment, share, and we'll see you again.